What signs does your community have?
This is the sign for zoo in my community. This is the sign for park in my community. This is the sign for restaurant in my community. This is the sign for dentist in my community. This is the sign for construction site in my community. This is the sign for library in my community. This is the sign for vet in my community. This is the sign for recycling plant in my community. This is the sign for store in my community. This is the sign for auto shop in my community. This is the sign for ice cream shop in my community. This is the sign for pizza restaurant in my community. This is the sign for hospital in my community. This is the sign for grocery store in my community. This is the sign for bakery in my community. This is the sign for farm in my community. This is the sign for police station in my community. This is the sign for post office in my community. This is the sign for school in my community. This is the sign for fire station in my community.